Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, are we almost at Journey's End? Possibly, because this is this has largely been the talking point of pretty much the last... I have no idea if this is intended to be the last studio album that Megadeth are ever going to do. However, let's backtrack a little bit, because Dave has been going at this... He's been involved in the music industry for nearly 50 years. And listen, I would love him to see him go on for 60, maybe even 600, if that's what it has to be. But unfortunately, I don't even think Vic Rattlehead can go on as long as that, let alone Dave. And yeah, considering, you know, others have come and gone, like Nick Menza and whatnot, it sooner or later it is going to start weighing a little bit. And maybe it was weighing on the minds of Dave and all those concerned, because quite frankly, I don't really know what exactly I'm meant to say, because guess what? When at some point, I kind of want to do a little bit of a mini sort of retrospective when it comes to Megadeth, because there's a big part in my mind that wants to say, not only were they one of the biggest thrash metal bands, certainly of the 80s, but low-key, I also think they're one of the most underrated. And I think it's down to something very, very specific. Their work ethic, their output. I mean, I remember 10 years ago when I was coming to the end of my A-levels, they had already released Dystopia. And guess what? Dystopia is absolute badass. And I won't hear anyone say different, because that is a fantastic album. But I'm also in two minds about saying, okay, well, it was, but a lot of the stuff they did in the 80s, like when I did the whole of Peace Sells But Who's Buying, all the way back 6.5 years ago, when I covered Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. Really good stuff. And even when it comes to sort of like their less successful outings, like Risk or Super Collider, there's stuff in that I actually think is... I think it's compelling, because when I think of bad Megadeth songs, I think of the sort of things that sound as though they were written as though Dave was going through a hard time and he couldn't exactly focus. It seemed to reflect a little bit of human... There's a strong element of human nature in quite a lot of Megadeth's slightly less than robust outings. Whilst I think, which ironically, when I think of the worst of Metallica, for example, I think of just things that were unpolished, ill-conceived, and I think were trying to orchestrate too much like human emotion. Which, ironically, it ends up them sounding autonomous and robotic. Shoot Me Again is the absolute bona fide example of what I think definitely the worst song Metallica's ever done. But whatever, people say I've been wrong before. Now, with all that being said and done, Tipping Point. I love the name anyway. I also love just the... I know you've probably also seen the album cover of Vic wearing all white, and he has been set on fire. Tell me why Megadeth has... But if we're going to talk about their albums, like just the artwork they do for them, why does Megadeth's artwork look the most iconic? It looks and feel... It's got the look, it's got the attitude, it's got Vic Rattlehead on the front. He's about as synonymous with metal when it comes to Evil Eddie, for example. And guess what? It's just how it is. Now, with that being said... the gloves are coming off, including the muzzle, the eye guards, and the ear defenders, because this is very much our tip. Like I said, I genuinely have no idea exactly what I'm getting myself into. However, I want to give it a shot anyway, because we must remember, ladies and gentlemen, that 3 years ago when Metallica gave us 72 seasons, it sounded as though they never ever went away. There is still plenty of fuel in the tank. And this is going to be the same thing for Megadeth, I expect. Is there still plenty in the tank, or are they running on fumes? So with that being said... Oh, by the way, yes, tipping point. For those in the UK, no, this is not as in that game show with that human wax figure of Ben Shepherd. To be honest, I think you could have replaced Vic with Ben Shepherd, and it wouldn't look too out of place, because he is a guy who also looks like he should belong in Madame Tussauds. But I'm stalling. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Tipping point. Well, that settles it. What? Okay.
Smashed in your sleeve in the blackest night. You buried the truth under layers of lies. There's no return, now you crossed the line. Push me, I push you back. Tipping point. Tipping point.
Oh, that is sweet.
Hiding your secrets out in plain sight. Dead men don't talk and bullets don't lie. Watching the life drain out from your eyes. Crossing my heart, how I hope you will die. Push me, I push you back. Tipping point. Tipping point.
Ooh.
Hear the sound of voices that aren't there, with no one else around. You try to stop the footsteps and stop the heart that beats. You will beg for silence. You will pray for peace.
Oh, but no noise, no peace.
You won't define me. You won't deny me. I'm at my tipping point. You won't define me. You'll never find me. I'm at my tipping point. You
And it just sort of... Oh my, that is... I'm going to be the first to admit, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? That's... I knew from almost the word go that guess what? There was no doubt in my mind they were just straight... that there was only one place it could go. But I'm also going to be the first to admit that guess what? It's absolutely what you would I straight up expect out of Megadeth. Megadeth. Quite a lot of their songs do cover things like insanity and about vengeance, and a lot about violence is a very, very common thread in a lot of Megadeth's material. And I also love the transitions towards the very end. You know what? I was originally going to say Sacrilege. It sounds straight up like Metallica. But no, it's not, because it's Megadeth. And... I just said that, and you know what? Now I can't even get it out of my head. Yeah, it's straight. It's something straight out of 72 Seasons. And you know what? I mean that in the absolute best way. That is not even a bad thing to say. That is just straight up. I thought, honestly, you know what? This song was I think it's almost perfect, and it even has that strange effect. Like it's like I don't know if it's just an age thing, or considering we know what's happened to Dave regarding his neck and his vocal cords, but he sounds gruff. He sounds like Lemmy. Really, he almost does sound like Lemmy now, and. I'm actually a little bit lost for words. You hide the truth under layers of lies. The bullet, you can't define me. I'm going to sit down now. Okay, that was fast. Whew. Yeah, it's taken me for a ride, that has, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? I'm almost tempted to literally just do this again. Oh dear. What a start that was, guys. And you know what? Who says that, guess what, you could be knocking on your 60s and guess what? You could still rock it out like this. That was fantastic. I don't really have anything else to say. So yeah, don't expect this to be the last time we talk about Tipping Point. Or it's because it's a judgment day has come at last. But I will see all of you guys again next time. Thank you.